Hey guys, I'm back. I'm coming to you with another video today. It's super windy outside, so I can't record outside, and on top of that, it's super hot, so I'm gonna stay in here and keep my window shade up. So today, I was gonna talk about the Archon Reptilians. Yeah, I remember being abducted, this one abduction, and I remember like waking up on the ground, and there was like all this chaos going on the ship, like there was like all this fighting, like some kind of riots or something, or some kind of like war going on basically. And I remember waking up and I was like, oh darn, I'm here again. Like I know I'm gonna be, going through like testing, torture, and these kinds of things. So I was like, oh shit. So then I remember being on the ship, and I remember I was on the main area of the ship, and I remember this was where all the reptilians resided, where the I guess the reptilians have different sectors of the ship where they reside at, and this was where the main area. So this area had a very, very bad smell. It smelled like rotten eggs, like really bad. And I didn't want to like hurt their feelings or anything and say anything or like, but I think I ended up saying something about the smell that I didn't really like it, and I think it kind of hurt their feelings. Like it just smelled really strong, like rotten eggs, and it was like, oh my god, like I can't even bear this. But I mean, some of the reptilians I was talking to were nice, and we were talking and whatever, but I guess it ended up being kind of unbearable, the smell or whatever, so I couldn't really handle that. I remember I then was brought to another area of the ship. This other area of the ship was the front area of the ship, and this is where these larger reptilians were. They were much, much larger. They were about maybe like 8 or 9 feet tall, and some of them had wings, and they had large tails. And I remember this one of them spoke to me, and he told me that that area of the ship smelled because they were a different kind of reptilian, but this part of the ship did not smell because they were a different kind of reptilian as well, I guess, or something. So he explained to me kind of the differences of the reptilians and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I remember he began to talk to me for a minute, and he told me that I could touch his tail. Like he turned around and showed me his tail, and like looking later on when I looked it up, and I have read that this is something that I guess some reptilians like to do during abductions, is they like to have people touch their tails. So I remember like he turned around and I like touched his tail lightly, and it made him happy or something. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I then remember, after talking to him, I remember going to, I was in the front area of the ship, and I was talking to this guy named Mark. And this Mark guy, he was coming down to Earth in the human form named Mark and looking like Mark. He would come down, he's like 6'4", has blue eyes, and that was his, I guess, shape-shifting form that he was taking. And I believe he also was shape-shifting between John and these different people and stuff. And he was talking to me. I remember he began to like threaten me for a minute. He was threatening me, going, oh, like I'll chop your arms and legs off or something, like threatening me and being really aggressive towards me. And then like at the same time he was like trying to be nice to me or something. I remember he was like talking to me, and then he was telling me about like some certain things, and telling me, basically he was saying that he started to say that his skin was peeling, I guess, like his arms or whatever were peeling, like the skin, the reptile skin or whatever, I guess it was peeling. And so I guess it made him feel kind of sad. Like he was saying, oh darn, like my skin is peeling. And I told him that it was okay, that like humans, we get this too, like we lose nails and stuff. And then I remember he got really angry and started to yell and say like, oh, I didn't understand and this and that. I guess it like upset him or something like that. I don't know what it was, but so after that, after speaking with him and being in that area, I'll try to recall my conversation with Mark. I just right now can't recall exactly what we spoke about, but I do remember it. I just have to like go back and really think about it, because these memories, they come like at certain times, they'll pop up and be super vivid. But that's why I wrote them down, so that I would have everything written down, so that I could, like, when I remember the stuff, just write it down so I could have it all put into a archive. So yeah, so anyways, after that, I then got brought to the area where the Archon reptilians were, and the Archon reptilians had a red color, very bright red with a little bit of like orange hue. And the Archon, I remember the Archon started to talk to me, and he showed me, he had my cell phone, and I guess he took it during the abduction. He had both of my cell phones. He had my iPhone, and then he had this other like Android phone I had. The iPhone was like given to me by my brother, and he had it. And I remember he was really mad, and he was saying that like these iPhones let off a lot of radiation, and he said that the iPhones will hurt me the most of like all the phones. And he was saying that like cell phone Androids are not as bad, but they're all like still bad and like really unhealthy. And then he walked me over to this area and like showed me some things he had in this like glass case. It was like one of the things you see at like a museum display, like a little glass thing. And then I noticed that my hoop earrings were in there. I had hoop earrings like this, but it didn't have the love things, but just a regular pair of hoop earrings. And I thought, oh my god, like this is so fucking crazy, because my hoop earrings kept on disappearing and vanishing. I never lose stuff, and I don't know how my hoop earrings were just vanishing. So my earrings were there. I was like, are you serious? Like, I can't even believe my earrings. I didn't know where they were. So he told me that when aliens are after you, like reptilians, he told me that these are what they take. That if they're after a woman, that they'll take these earrings or whatever. That this is what they want or something. I guess he like really cherished them or something, because he put it in like that whole glass thing that it was in, and it was like, wow, that is so crazy. So I remember like having to keep buying these like new pairs of earrings, because I guess they were taking my earrings. It's like, oh whoa, this is crazy. So and the next thing I know, he showed me this pyramid thing. He like brought it over and showed it to me. He had it in his hand. It was a small like pyramid, right? So I thought it was really pretty, and I remember I wanted it. I didn't know what it was, but it was so pretty and colorful, and it was like, you know, it was shaped like a pyramid or whatever. And he began to tell me that to stop the gang stalking that was going on and everything that was going on, all the attacks and gang stalking and all that, he said that I would have to get this, and he said it was called Oregon. And I remember I really wanted it, and I thought he was telling the truth and that it would help me. And then I remember trying to like look it up and buy one. They're like $70, and I looked it up, and I saw many things online that say it could be demonic, but I'm not really sure. Like, I heard that it can be something very bad and demonic, and he then began to like explain to me more of the gang stalking stuff, of what the things that were going on. Like, he said that all my life, like these roaches that they sent to the house and stuff and all that, he said that those roaches came from an alien planet. I can't remember what the name was. I think it started with the B. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, he said that the roaches came from a planet. He told me that they control everything. They control the birds, they control animals and everything. And he was saying that the animals and all, like, that they're aliens too, like, basically, and that they can control like their movements, and they control everything. He said that also they control like car accidents. They can create car accidents. They basically like can cause accidents. Like, he basically said that they're controlling everything on Earth. And I remember he like spoke about all this, and I remember seeing like these screens, and these screens I guess they were using to do like online stuff. Like, I think they're doing the online hacking too. Like, these Archons, they're doing like a gang stalking thing. He told me that they did witchcraft, that he told me that they're gonna keep trying to mess with my food and like do all these different things. And he was just saying like all these things that they do, and it's just like, wow, this is crazy. And then I remember he like randomly told me that alien men were horny just like human men, and that alien men want to have sex and stuff. And then I remember he gave me this tour and showed me around. Like, he showed me the place, and like many things were like really lab-like. And I don't remember what he said that they eat. I'm not sure what they eat, but he did show me how they take a bath and how they shower. So the shower is it's a capsule that your body can fit into, and it's got like a clear window like in the front. Like, it looks like, you know, like a capsule you'd see in like a movie or something, or like that, like scientific. And so this capsule, when they turn it on to take a shower, it fills up with blood. And I believe this blood it's either human blood or it's cow blood, but it's it fills up in the capsule. So the reptilian will go into the capsule, and then when they're ready to take the shower, the blood will come through and cover them with blood. So I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I couldn't even believe it. So I remember seeing that. He showed me that, and yeah, I remember all the things that were going on, and like we kind of spoke about the people following me around. I told him that it was, you know, ruining my life, not letting me have freedom, have a job, and like all these different things. I'm being blacklisted from jobs, being harassed, like all this stuff. And he said that like he was gonna just that I was gonna keep going on because he was possessive and didn't want me to like meet people or something like that. Like it was the same kind of thing that the other aliens said. Like they basically wanted to control me, I guess. And yeah, I do remember having another childbirth. I remember like having so much pain, and my mom had to drive me to the ER. I guess I was in labor, and my mom was driving me to the ER. I got to the ER, and the minute I got to the ER and got through the door, they took that tool to abduct me. So UCLA hospital was definitely involved. These hospitals were definitely involved in these childbirths and knew like that I was pregnant. They knew I was already expecting. They knew when I got to the hospital that they were ready to take me up to the ship, and these hospitals were definitely involved in this. And yeah, so that was my experience with the Archons. There is a photo that I will try to get later of the Archon I saw online, and it looked exactly alike. And I was like, whoa, that's exactly what I saw. That is the Archons. And they do have these long black nails. They have black nails, and I do believe that they were coming down to scratch up trees at this park at Kenneth Hahn. There's like claw marks all over the trees. I believe that they did that, and I did report it to MUFON or whichever. And yeah, so the Archons, I do notice them in human form. I can see them kind of without anything. Like, I can usually tell that when they come onto Earth, their skin is more of a redder feature. Much like Donald Trump, like, they have a redder... It's not like they're blushing. It's like their skin is permanently kind of red because they have, like, this reddish hue because they're Archons. So that's how I'm able to see an Archon. I can also see reptilians. Usually reptilians, the classic look of a reptilian, they'll have like these age spots. For instance, like Joe Biden, he kind of looks exactly like a reptilian too. Like Joe Biden and Trump looks like an Archon, and Joe Biden, he looks like a reptilian, like plain reptilian, or I don't know. I know that there's different races or whatever, but like the spots that they have, like the little age spots or whichever, those are reptilian features. And like those little brown, little spot and things that they get on their skin and arms and all that, those are reptilian features. And that's how you can kind of tell. You can also kind of tell by the wrinkles too, because reptiles, their skin, it's wrinkly because their skin's more like elastic. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, kind of the same way, like when you look at a lizard, their skin's kind of, it's not exactly wrinkled, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a loose kind of skin or something like that. Yeah, so it's like you can kind of tell a little bit like who's a reptilian. You can kind of see a little bit of the features. It's just a matter of just like really paying attention. So yeah, so that's my video about Archon reptilians, and a little bit about those reptilians that had wings, the larger ones. And yeah, so I just wanted to go ahead and talk about that, and then I'm going to go ahead with another video and get some more videos out for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching.